Hello everyone, it's Marc Berman from TV Media Insights. It is Monday, January 21st. I would like to welcome you back to our daily videocast. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Now this is Martin Luther King's birthday, so it is a national holiday. It is also Presidential Inauguration Day. President Barack Obama will be sworn in for his second four-year term, so this is a big day in history. And on this day in 1 week, I will be coming to you live from Miami Beach, Florida, from the National Association of Television Program Executives Conference, aka NAPI. I will be reporting from there through next Wednesday with any news from the world of syndication, global, international, or anything else. And you'll have to excuse me today. I have a bit of a cold, so I sound a little froggy. Now let's head to NBC. I have some news on some pilot orders. Now, keep in mind, this is the time of year when the broadcast networks plan for next season and they start ordering pilots. Well, NBC has added 3 additional single-camera sitcom pilots to its agenda, and this is despite the fact that these comedies never really resonate in the ratings. The latest edition on NBC that is not doing all that well as a single-camera sitcom is 1600 Penn, but NBC still believes in the format, and I have the descriptions for you on today's newsletter. Let's head over to OWN now. There has been news in recent weeks that Oprah would be sitting down with disgraced athlete Lance Armstrong. And she did, and the ratings were solid, but they were not a record. Still the top-rated telecast overall on OWN is when Oprah sat down with the family of Whitney Houston. But her sit-down with Lance Armstrong, the part 1 telecast, it was telecast in 2 parts. The first telecast averaged 3.2 million, then they immediately repeated it, and it brought in another 1.1 million. So in total, the part 1 interview brought in 4.3 million viewers, which for OWN is very positive, but again, it is not a record, and it is certainly not like the days when Oprah in first-run syndication would easily bring in 10 million viewers. This is a positive for OWN, but it doesn't mean that the cable network is suddenly red hot, because it is not. Now, there is news of another disgraced athlete that will be doing a sit-down interview. This time, it is with Katie Couric on her self-titled Disney ABC talk show this coming Thursday. Katie will sit down with Manti, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Douglas Pucci has an item for you on our newsletter and at our website today. For more information, just check that out. Now let's head over to the debut results for new TBS reality competition, King of the Nerds. Now, Friday afternoon, I got a press release, and the press release said that it did a solid 2 million viewers, but it didn't say anything about how that compared to what was in the time period. So I knew that was fishy, so I did some homework, and I found out that the King of the Nerds debuted was actually down by about 20% from what was airing in that time period. So it was not solid, it was disappointing. Gotta be honest about this stuff. Over at TNT, they've announced a new cast member for the upcoming 3rd season of legal drama Franklin and Bash, and her name is Heather Locklear. Now, Heather Locklear, of course, was a good luck charm for Aaron Spelling. She appeared simultaneously on both T.J. Hooker and Dynasty in the 1970s, and she joined the cast, or the 1980s, and she ultimately joined the cast of the original Melrose Place in the middle of the 1st season. She was signed on for 4 guest episodes, ended up injecting total interest in the show and staying on it for the remainder of the 7-season run. Can Heather Locklear work her magic on Franklin and Bash? You know what? I'm not necessarily sure she can, but we'll see what happens. It's certainly not a bad addition. In the world of TV history, I have an item for you. On this day in 1971 was the debut of a Western on ABC called Alias Smith and Jones, which was a marginal success that would have stayed on the air. Unfortunately, one of its stars, Peter Duell, committed suicide, and they ultimately had a recast, and the ratings were not the same, and ABC canceled it after 2 seasons and 50 episodes. And that is our daily videocast from TV Media Insights on this 21st day in January. I hope everybody has a great day, and I will be back with more news about my favorite medium, television, tomorrow. Signing off, Marc Berman.